Time to meet the king beyond the wall.
The wildlings are the people who live north of the wall. The name wildling is what the people who live south of the wall call them, and they would reject that name, which has its connotations of being uncivilized.
They're feral, and they fight incredibly well, and they're tough.
I like you, boy, but if you lie to me, I'll pull your guts out through your throat.
They are ruthless in some ways, and in some ways they are very connected because they need each other.
It's a harsh life. The winters are devastatingly cold. Food becomes very scarce.
They eat what they find, and they find what they eat.
Because of the harsh conditions under which they live are a more primitive society than the people of the Seven Kingdoms. There's actually quite a lot of Westeros north of the wall. It's a large expanse of land, probably as large as Canada.
Things that have been reduced to legend and history in the southern world are living and breathing north of the wall, the giants being an obvious one.
First time you've seen a giant, Jon Snow?
And as you might expect, in any piece of land that large, there are different types of wildlings. They're not a unified people by any means.
The people who live near the coast make their armour out of oyster shells, and then we see Rattleshirt's gang. So there are different bits and pieces going on.
We felt that if you lived up there, you'd have to be quite organised, because they also move, so you would take your minimal amount of things. All those things were taken into account to try and bring something new to the look of the camp.
We wanted to not make it a vast military encampment, but also it's a community where families are travelling with the armies and the clans.
Women in the Wildling Society are seen as more equal than in the South. They're expected to fight like men.
What? Give it back!
Oh, I stole it, it's mine. You want it? Come steal it back.
As a wildling woman, I think you fight for what you want, and if you don't, you've then got to live this life, whether you've made that decision or not, so you've got to stand up for yourself.
We've made skin skirts, and some of it's fabric that we've waxed. It's not, fashion. And I just wanted to show that they were women, and if they all dress the same, you can't.
When we were on location yesterday, I was with one of the wildling women. She had a skirt, and I got really envious. I was like, I want to be feminine. Where's my long skirt?
With the wildlings, the general look on them is practicality. We've let the hair down, we've used braids and twists and things to take away from people's faces and stuff.
A lot of the wildlings raid south of the wall. They'll climb over the wall looking for valuables,